professional setting, you know what to expect and how to act.
We'd also like to incorporate some more workshops, including resume building. And one idea we had was how to get the most out of your internship. Because we know a lot of people go to their internships in the summer and aren't really sure what to expect, what to wear, what to bring, and all that kind of thing. So some people expressed interest in something like that, so let us know. Just some communication that we plan on having. If you're interested in joining a directorship, you should join ours. Because we have all of our debriefing meetings at really fun locations, and we like get insomnia cookies, and we went to Stella's and Froyo and all that fun stuff. Also, we just want to increase awareness to non-SWE members about P&D, and that's one thing I think we really succeeded in this past year, because we had a lot of males and female non-SWE members attend P&D.
We also, since next year we will be seniors, are going to create an event binders that just kind of walks through every step that we took along the process of planning things like P&D, the contacts that we made, like when we had to call Statler to make the reservation, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully the transition will be relatively easy.
And so why us? Fortunately, you don't have a choice. But let us know if you have any questions about P&D or career development, or if you have any ideas.
Any suggestions? Where a lot of you guys have attended the events now once or twice, so we'd love to hear any kind of feedback.
Even criticisms, those are always good too.
Yep.
Thank you. Annie, do you want to go next? Or you have chicken wing in your mouth, I'm sorry. Catherine, Lauren, Melissa, Brittany. Okay. Okay.
So first we're going to apologize that you can't read what it says. We're running for outreach. I'm Melissa.
I'm Brittany.
Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm a sophomore in electrical and computer engineering, and this past year I worked as outreach coordinator. So I got to work closely with the directors, and I got to plan some of the events as well. It was a nice administrative role, which was kind of like a transition into the directorship. And yeah, so there's a couple of other things that I want to.
And a little bit about me. I'm actually a freshman. I plan on majoring in chemical engineering. This past year I was a Girl Scout day chair and corporate relations liaison. So I didn't really do any like administrative work like Melissa did, but I think I handled Girl Scout day chair relatively well. Next year I will also be a peer advisor for engineering advising, and there's just some other things about me.
Okay, so the main reason we're running is because, well, first off, we love SWE. Second off, or at least for me, I love outreach. I remember doing all of these kind of science and engineering activities as a kid, and I really want to continue that in the work that we do with the community.
And for me, I want to pay back everything. I want to pay SWE back for everything they've done for me. The reason why I came to Cornell was because of Spring Week weekend, and especially coming to Cornell, I was really intimidated. But then SWE, like especially the upperclassmen and especially the current directors, Mary Beth and Rebecca, shout out to them. They helped me a lot to assimilate to Cornell, and I kind of want to like follow in their footsteps and pay back SWE for all they've done.
Okay, so some of our goals and focus for this coming year, we're going to work on just making sure that the events that we're running right now are really great. We run something close to 20, and maybe half of them we plan ourselves. This year we actually noticed that a lot of the events went a lot smoother, and it's partly great chairs, great organization, and just a lot of experience. In addition, we're going to try to build camaraderie within SWE by just letting chairs know what's going on. I know there's tons of chairs that want to participate in a bunch of different events, but just getting it out there so everybody knows what's going on with outreach.
And then there's some ideas for next year. So again, along with Melissa's idea of building camaraderie within outreach, we plan on having like an outreach newsletter to kind of keep all the chairs updated on upcoming outreach events, and then kind of reach out to them if they want to volunteer. Because I think I volunteered for a bunch of other outreach events, and I thought it was a really great experience personally. And then we have some possible new activities.
Okay, so we were thinking maybe doing something for E-Week because there's a stunning lack of things in the engineering quad considering it's engineering week. So it would be great to maybe work with some of the other engineering organizations to kind of at least get Duffield a little bit more active during that time.
And then for the Newfield Girl Scout Derby, that was one of the things one of the staff at Cornell kind of reached out to me for. It's basically a bunch of Girl Scout troops getting together, building cars, and having a derby race. The cars were about that big. And she was wondering if we could have SWE kind of go to some of their workshops and help out. Because right now it's mostly dads working there. And she wants to show that the girls that, yeah, girls can use power tools too.
Okay, and then the final thing on the list is additional outreach within the high school. Definitely the robotics team down there has expressed interest in working with SWE, definitely to get more women engineers at Ithaca High School more involved in their robotics team and just develop a passion for STEM. So we're looking to do some outreach with them. And that's it. So
we're running out of focus, so
yeah, so vote for us.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to move closer.
Yeah, I know we're recording, guys, but I've been yelling a lot of practice and stuff, so could you guys all like come to the front?
Nobody's gonna bite you. Just don't sit in front of the camera. Yeah, there's a camera right there, so don't sit in front of it, but anywhere else is fine.
I'm Mishka,
And I'm Dominique.
and we are currently your public relations directors, and we are running for re-election this year.
So just a little bit about us. I'm Dominique, I'm a junior. I'm majoring in biological engineering, and we've both been very heavily involved with SWE since our respective freshman years. So we're both public relations co-directors this year, and we were both faculty relations chairs last year. And in my freshman year, I was a special events chair in career development, and I've been heavily involved with SWE Big Little as well.
And I'm Mishka. I'm a chemical engineering major. I'm a sophomore this year. And like Dami said, we were both faculty relations chairs last year, and we're co-directors this year. In addition to that, I was also host for WE Weekend last year, and I went to SWE Nationals, and the picture on the right is the sweaters that we designed for SWE Nationals this year.
So just to, before we go into the mission statements, just to talk about what is PR and why is it so important. So public relations advertises and promotes every event for SWE on campus, and also for many events for other organizations. But not only that, we also have our own events in alumni relations and faculty relations. So we also kind of act like a liaison to faculty at Cornell and career services, and also to Cornell SWE alumni. So last year when we gave this presentation, we came up with a mission statement, and it was, the focus of our directorship will be on the individual components of public relations, making improvements in each department that contribute to the better functioning of the directorship as a whole.
And that statement kind of drove how we handled the directorship this year, kind of making small improvements all over the place to strengthen the organization as a whole. And to build off of that, our mission statement for the coming year is to expand on the progress that we made this year based on the old mission statement to achieve new levels of prominence on and off campus next year. So like Dami said, the importance of PR is that we basically put SWE's name out there. So all the directorships have great events, have great ideas, but in order to kind of have those events be well attended and well heard about, we need PR.
So just to recap the achievements that we've done this year, we started working on an alumni database. So alumni are very important to students. We can contact them for job opportunities, internships, if we have a question, mentorships, etc. But it's hard to get alumni here all the time, and it's hard to go to alumni. So we've decided to come up with an online database that allows us to look up alumni names, location, what industry they're in, what their major was, what year they graduated, and to be able to contact them, and just to be able to talk with them. So this is kind of a communication type of thing. And so far what we've done this year is we've collected a lot of alumni data. We've also made contacts with Alumni Affairs, which is a department in Cornell that encourages student organizations to reach out to their alumni. So they're very helpful in the kind of advice that they can give us. And we've also researched technology that would be required to make such a database. Since it's not just a simple website, it would require a lot of programming and software. So we've been looking into that as well.
Another achievement from this year is the Johnson & Johnson Be Vital video. One of the opportunities that came our way this year was the opportunity to apply for a grant to get SWE as a whole some grant money. And in order to do that, we had to create a video that represented the essence of Cornell SWE. And we're going to come back to this video at the end, hopefully if we have time. But that's also on our website, and the link was also sent out in a SWE mail, so you guys can check that out. In addition to that, something new that we've been trying since spring of last year is the faculty relations dinner. And like we said, faculty relations is a big part of PR in that it creates interaction between students and faculty, which can facilitate research opportunities, a chance to get to know your professors better, and also to help them understand why SWE is so vital to campus. So the system that we used to have was that we would have small, smaller events throughout the week, like coffee breaks with professors and stuff. And what we found was that system was just not as effective because it was poorly attended. But having like one big dinner like this, which is something that students and faculty can look forward to and plan for, has been really great. And actually this event has become even bigger over the past 2 semesters. So this is a picture from this year's faculty dinner. We again had some great a cappella groups perform, and there were lots of professors there.
So we've also revitalized the SWE publicity team. Initially, last year, we had only 3 or 4 chairs who would be part of the publicity team, order carding and creating flyers, which is not enough for how many events there are for SWE. So we expanded that and made it 8 chairs instead. And we've also delegated tasks for each chair. So we have a liaison system for each directorship. And this is also for directors coming next year, that we really want you to know about this system that we have because it is very effective. We've tried it this year. And each publicity chair contacts their respective directorship that creates events, and they would be part of the entire event making process, at least in terms of how big the event is, how many times it's going to happen, what the target audience is, and this way be able to better plan out what publicizing is needed. So, and we know that this works because we also have our own events with the faculty dinner, and we had a chair who was working with the faculty dinner chairs the entire time, so she knew exactly what to do, and that's why I also had a much higher and larger turnout than the years before.
So building off of those ideas and kind of going with the mission statement for achieving new prominence on and off campus, these are some of our ideas for next year.
So one of them is to further the database development. Like I said earlier, the database would be a great way for Cornell SWE students to connect with their alumni. So we're going to keep working on the database next year and hopefully have it up and running by next year, sometime next year.
And then two of the other big ideas are to have alumni relations events, just like we have faculty relations events, where we can build contacts with alumni. And because we've done so much research for the database, and we've established contacts in alumni affairs, we already have the groundwork that we need in order to create alumni events, just like we have the dinner. And then the other thing is kind of re-engaging SWE through publicity. And we felt like we expanded our publicity team this year, but we want to take a different approach to publicity next year. In that we want to create a creative team within publicity that's designed just to hook people's attention to SWE events, to SWE ideas. Because we feel like there's many more resources available through SWE that people are not taking advantage of. And we think having a creative team in publicity dedicated just to figuring out how to make events more viable would help get SWE's name on.
Yeah, so we want to make events more personable, like maybe through videos or other sources, and the creative team would come up with ideas on how to make those events more personable to the SWE community at large.
That is the end, and I think we have time to go back and play the
We'd just like to play the Johnson
the
video.
J&J video. We see some familiar faces.
I don't know, my computer's been doing really weird things with videos lately. I don't know if it'll work. Yeah, my computer, it is embedded in my computer. Yeah.
Aw.
It's alright. I don't know if
Is it
my
Sorry. No. Okay, but it's a cool video and you should check it out online. Thank you guys.
Next is Karina and Lauren.
Hi everyone, so I'm Lauren, and this is Katharina, and we're also running for PR.
So I'm Katharina. I'm planning to major in material science and engineering next year. I'm currently the student services liaison in the publicity team. And aside from that, I'm also going to be in engineering 1050 advisor next semester, and I'm also in energy corps.
So I'm Lauren, I'm going to be a Mechie, I think. And I'm currently a big little chair in SWE and also a corporate liaison, and I also have publicity experience from working with my youth group in high school.
So why public relations? Well, we understand that publicity is really, really important to SWE because SWE has a lot of resources and a lot of events, and we want to make them really well known and publicize them effectively.
And we want to make sure that not only SWE, but all Cornell is aware of our SWE events, and we think good publicity starts with a great team, and so we have some great ideas for the next couple of semesters.
So our goals if we're elected. So right now I'm part of the publicity team, and I want to reorganize that actually. So right now we have liaisons to different parts of SWE, but I actually want to combine all of that so that everyone on the team is appointed events and they're assigned instead of having someone contact each part of SWE, because not every sector has events all the time, so the work will be distributed more evenly.
The way it's set up now is different liaisons will have drastically different workloads because some liaisons to groups that have more events will have a lot more planning to do than others are liaisons to groups that don't have any events. So we would make sure that the work's distributed evenly by having a list of tasks and having people choose them. Make sure all the events are publicized, timely and well. And then we also make the emails fun and try and get people excited about the events. So the way it is, the PR team is great, but we want to make it even better. So the way we're thinking about doing this is using Google Docs so that the directors can compile a list of events instead of separate emails, so that it's all in one place. And it's more organized and just easier to deal with. And then what we were talking about before, we can have different members of the teams pick up different tasks that we need to take care of, so that not one person has to run around to all these different buildings postering quarter carding them, and they'll be distributed equally.
Yeah, so each person of the team will be assigned a certain building or areas of quarter card, or they can be in charge of emailing professors slides so that they can publicize events during lecture.
So these are just some core things to focus on: our communication, delegation, continuity. So for communication, we really want to emphasize weekly check-ins with the chairs and presidents, either through just emails or Google Docs or something, or getting together for weekly or monthly lunches.
And for delegation of tasks, we want to assign events to members so that everyone is always constantly helping out to publicize all the events, and it's not all stacked on one person.
And for continuity for years to come, we want to work closely with all the branches of SWE to make sure that everyone is aware of what publicity is actually doing and how the system works. So vote for us. We're looking forward to another year in SWE. I know we both had a great freshman year in SWE, so yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Annie, and if you don't know, I'm one of the student services co-directors for this year. My co-director of waging is actually in New York City being awesome on a co-op, so I am going to be the only one here talking to everybody. Yeah, she volunteered the script, but I figured that'd be just too much effort. So about me, I'm an environmental engineer junior, and I was co-director last year, obviously, but also freshman and sophomore year, and I was Peabody chair, was in charge of planning this for everybody. And I'm also in several other clubs, so I'm a publicity director for Piano Society and officer at DDR and Origami, which are our clubs. They exist. And this is Wade Jeans. I figured I could just let you look at it. I mean, like, I can't really explain her stuff more than she already did. So, as student services directors, we're in charge of every social event, technically, that SWE does, and activities. So we are in charge of general body meetings. So as you notice, we have moved our general body meetings here from Annabelle Taylor. We figured that it would be an easier place for everybody to get to, and also it's free for us, so you get better food because you have a budget. And then our socials events, I don't know how many people have been to our coffee breaks in Upson. They happen around every prelim season, every round of prelims, and there's free coffee, donuts, and cookies in Upson, so they're actually free, so you can go look for that. I think there should be one coming up in about a week. And we had a skate night with skating date night with Shippy earlier this semester, and that was fun. There's a lot of free stuff there too, and it was really great. Also, we had a haunted house event last year with collaboration with Nesby and Shippy. That was also fun. And then we are designing new apparel for everybody. Yeah, we just I don't know. That's our T-shirt design. Yay for our apparel chairs. There's a couple of them here, at least 3. I don't know where they are. But then we just ordered them through finance, and they should be coming soon. There was a pre-order form that was sent out through the email a couple of times. I don't know how many people actually pre-ordered it, but we also ordered some extras just in case. So we are planning on designing new shirts next year as well if we get re-elected, and well, actually, re-elected. Sorry. So we plan to do it earlier so we could get it out by 7th semester. so everybody could get new stuff. We brought back the Big Little program this semester. Last semester, how many people were in it? I know, my little right there, yay. And that was fun. We are planning for next year to do bigger events in the first semester because that's when everybody has more time and wants to get to know each other better. And then for second semester next year, we're planning on doing, we were suggested that we should do stuff for pre-enroll, like so people know like what to pre-enroll for and like tips on how to pre-enroll so it doesn't crash on you all the time and so on. So yeah. So study group got a big boost this year. We decided to reach out to actual TAs and AAW advisors to get to tutor for our group, and then we've been getting some really good feedback about that. Apparently there's been a lot of good help going on. We just had some sessions last weekend, and there should be more this weekend, depending on when prelims are and so on. And they split up based on like physics and math and when they are. So this is our overall what we've done this year, and we're going to try to improve on everything again next year, and hopefully more people will be involved with SWE. So yay! So if you have a ballot, they are in the back on the table with the sign-in sheet thing. So definitely go for that. We have not ordered them yet because they're a separate website from the other orders. If you want a penny, definitely you put you see the pre-order form? Yeah. You put a pre-order in. So you should, yeah. We have not ordered them yet. Okay. So yeah.